What's going on? Ryan Loede here, aka The Machine, coming to you live. We're going to be talking a little bit about money, talking about a topic that many individuals do not want to speak about. Many individuals do not want to speak about money, and they wonder why they don't have any money. So we're going to be talking about money today. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, if you don't know me, take full responsibility. My name's Ryan Loede, building a 9-figure insurance agency and helping everyday Americans create a multiple 6-figure residual income. Here at LC Financial Group, we're hiring, we're growing, and we're expanding in all 50 states. So if you want to learn more about what partnering with us here at LC Financial Group would look like, DM me, comment below, reach out to any of our partners here at LC Financial Group, or hey, send an email to our careers team. That's careers@teamlcfg.com, careers@teamlcfg.com. So we're going to be talking about money. It's a very important topic. It's a very important subject that many individuals have a lack of understanding in. And when you lack understanding of a subject or a subject matter, you're not going to be able to fully conquer it. So being able to fully understand something and the definitions and the words of that subject matter will ultimately determine your ability to conquer and to flourish and prosper in that area. So I'm going to be sharing with you a 10-step wealth creation formula that you can apply as an insurance agent, an insurance agency owner, or hey, maybe even whatever career you're in. This can apply to your career as well. So we're going to be talking about a 10-step wealth creation formula, right? So that 10-step wealth creation formula. Let me get my pen here for you guys. Hope everyone's doing well. It's gonna be a little bit of a lengthy one today, but I'm gonna be going into full depth of this 10-step wealth creation formula, something that I've personally done in my life as an insurance agent and as an insurance agency owner. And I've also noticed and observed other insurance agents and agency owners do the same exact thing as well as other highly successful individuals in other industries. So take this information, execute on it. Get out a piece of paper, get a pen, rewatch it. I'm telling you, this is very, very, very valuable information, tips and strategies I'm going to be sharing with you to help you get your money right? Because hey, if we're constantly worrying about money, we're not going to be able to live life to its fullest. A lot of people think money is the root of all evil. However, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Money is a tool. Money is to be used. Money is a good thing. It allows us to have options, choices, allows us to create freedom. It allows us to make an impact. And also it allows us to give back and support other individuals or causes that are in our life. So you have to, first and foremost, you have to get your money mindset right. You have to think the right way about money. You have to understand that money is a good thing. You have to remove and strip all the bad data and the bad information that you have about money. Because hey, we were brought up with the incorrect data and incorrect information about money, right? And what we were taught 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago is not going to allow us to advance and conquer in today's economy and today's marketplace, right? The rules of 50 years ago and the strategies are not going to apply today. Some of them will, however, when it comes to money, it's almost completely different. So getting your money mindset right, getting your head right about money. Some things I want to do here today while we're talking about this 10-step wealth creation formula for insurance agents and agency owners. I want you guys to learn the rules of money and finances. This is something that I'm continually doing, something that I've done for the past 6 to 7 years as I've been an entrepreneur, is that learning the rules of money and finances. Because hey, bottom line is many individuals can create income. Many individuals can bring in income, bring in revenue, whether it's their 9-to-5 job, whether it's a 1099 commission opportunity like we have here in the insurance industry. Many individuals can bring in the income, they can bring in the money, they can create income. However, they have a hard time of actually storing it, holding on to it, maintaining that income, and even a harder time multiplying that income, right? Like my Uncle G says, 3 most important rules of money: make, keep, and multiply. So I want to teach you, and I want to help you learn the rules of money and finances. Also, number 2, I want to help you increase your revenue and increase your income. Because we should be steadily growing, we should be steadily increasing our income that we bring in every day, every week, every month, and every year should be steadily increasing, right? We're either dying or we're growing. Stats are either going up or they're going down. The last thing that we want to see is for either level stats or for stats to go down. We want our stats to continually go up. So being aware of what we have to do to increase our revenue and increase our income. This should be one of our main focuses on a day-to-day basis, is increasing our revenue and increasing our income. Thirdly, I want to help you guys think bigger, and I want to give you more insight on money and finances. Because this is something, as I said earlier, I've been studying for the past 6 to 7 years as I've been an entrepreneur. You know, I've came to the conclusion that getting your money mindset right and the way you think about money, the way you view money, is ultimately more important than sales. Because if you don't have your money mindset right, you're not going to do whatever it takes to create the sales. You're not going to do whatever it takes to create the income that is necessary to create success and create indestructible wealth and ultimately create financial freedom in your life, the double S, right? So I want to help you think bigger and gain more insight, because the way you think about money and the way you view money will ultimately determine how much money comes into your life. So you got to think about money the right way, you got to view money the right way, and you have to talk about money the right way. And you also have to be conscious of the individuals that you surround yourself with in your life. Are they talking about money the right way? Are they thinking about money the right way? And are they, speaking and, viewing money in the right realm? And then number 4, I want to educate you guys on how to become financially intelligent. Right? One of the main reasons that people do not create success, they don't create financial freedom, is because they're illiterate with their finances. They're financially illiterate. So getting your financial literacy up, learning more about money, studying everything you can about money. And number 5, I want to help you guys understand the mistakes of money and finances. There's a lot of mistakes, and hey, if you don't know what the mistakes are, as I talk about all the time, if you don't know what the mistakes are, then you're going to make those mistakes. Knowing what to do and knowing what not to do are very vital. Like knowing what to do, yes, that's important, but you also have to know what not to do. What are you not supposed to do when it comes to money and finances? What are you not supposed to do when it comes to income, right? So knowing what not to do is as important as knowing what to do. So I want to clear some words for you, because it's very important, as I said earlier, to make sure that we have the definitions of the words that we're studying. So the definition of money is sums of money, the assets, property, and resources owned by someone or something. It's wealth, it's financial gain, it's a payment for work, wages, or a wealthy person or a group. That's the definition of money. Definition of finances. Finances is the management of large amounts of money, especially by governments or large companies, monetary support for an enterprise, or the monetary resources and affairs of a country, organization, or a person. So my purpose of this video here today, I explained to you the 5 things I want to help you out with. My purpose is to help you guys increase your clarity, your focus, and your commitment and understanding and your knowing of the importance of money and finances. So we're going to become more financially literate. During this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a 10-step wealth creation formula for insurance agents and agency owners, something that I've done personally in my life that has helped me, have over $1 million in real estate by the age of 23, have a multiple 7-figure insurance agency by the age of 25, and have a multiple 6-figure residual income by the age of 25 as well. And now I'm helping other individuals do the same exact thing here at LC Financial Group. So if you want to learn more about what partnering with us would look like, creating a multiple six-figure residual income, make sure to DM me or comment below. We not only help insurance agents successfully service and assist insurance beneficiaries, Medicare beneficiaries, life insurance beneficiaries, but also we help you get your money mindset right. We help you get your money right. We help you create financial freedom, right? Because anyone can sell insurance, but hey, are you getting your money right? Are you truly creating financial freedom, the success you deserve, and creating true wealth? So we're gonna dive right into this here. Hope everyone is doing well. So 10-step process to get your wealth right, a 10-step wealth creation formula. Ten-step wealth creation formula. So the first and most vital step, it's all about production, right? Producing. The P word, production. Going out there, getting new customers, creating new revenue, creating new income, and prospecting. It's something that I did when I first started in insurance. All I was focused on was customer acquisition, customer after customer after customer. Getting new customers, understanding that, hey, I can't satisfy my customers until I have customers. So I have to get customers in order to satisfy them. And always understanding that, hey, customer acquisition is more important than customer satisfaction, right? So producing is the number one step to this wealth creation formula. Produce. So what are you doing on a day-to-day basis to produce income? What are you doing on a week-to-week basis to produce income? This should be your number one primary focus on a day-to-day basis. Like I said earlier, is production, creating income, creating revenue, and hitting that target. Having a target every single day, being target focused, right? What is your target every single day? What is your target every single week? What is your target every single month, every quarter, every year? Having those targets clearly lined out and staying target focused. Target attainment time, right? Laser focus on hitting your targets, never lowering a target, only increasing your action. So that's step number one, is produce. You got to produce, you got to get into the marketplace, you got to learn how to service your product, how to get your product into the marketplace, how to properly communicate with clients, how to present your product, how to ask the right questions, right? How to speak to your clients properly, knowing what to say as well as how to say what you're saying to your clients, right? Being able to have the right tonality, being able to have the right face gestures if you're in person, right? Being able to stay positive, having the right mindset, right? So do everything that you possibly can. Step number one of the 10-step wealth creation formula for insurance agents. Step number one is producing, getting out into the marketplace and producing. For me, hey, my first 3 to 4 years, I was in final expense. All I was doing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. was producing, running appointments, door knocking, and getting in front of clients. This was me face to face. If you're working over the phone, hey, it's making calls. It's not the phone that works, it's the person that is working the phone that is working. So get out there, produce. That should be your number one step to this wealth creation formula. And then number two, this is very important. Determine your basic living expenses. Now, why do we want to do this? You'll see in the later steps as to why we want to determine our basic living expenses. But what you want to do is you want to take account of what you are spending, what is the outflow, what is the outgo of your income on a monthly basis. Your rent, electric, water, car insurance, car payment, life insurance if you've got it, the gym membership, the groceries, the car, the phone bill, right? The clothes, maybe you're buying clothes, which, hey, you shouldn't be buying clothes if you're trying to create wealth in the beginning. You need to You need to economize. You need to economize all your money. You need to stay tight and disciplined. You need to stiffen your discipline. But number 2 is determining your basic living expenses. And this, you'll see this as I continue to go through this 10-step process. You'll see why step number 2 is very, very important to determine your basic living expenses. You should know to a T what you spend every single month for basic living. This will give you more of an idea of like, hey, I just need to hit this target. Maybe you want to clear your basic living expenses in the first week. So weeks 2 through 4 of the month, all of that is excess revenue and excess income on top of what you're paying to actually live, right? So that's a really, really good tip that I recommend insurance agents to do is like, hey, figure out what number two, determine your basic living expenses, and then figure out like, hey, here's the target for the first week. I'm gonna cover my $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 worth of the basic living expenses. I'm gonna cover that. So weeks 2 through 4, all of it is cash flow. All of it is excess revenue on top of what I'm paying to actually live, right? And then number three, after you do that, hey, you just want to keep producing. You want to keep producing. You want to keep writing business. You want to keep getting in front of customers. You want to keep making calls. You want to keep the same operations that you're currently working at to produce income and revenue. Once you start winning, what do you have to do? You have to keep repeating those successful actions. I see a lot of times, and I've done it before in my life. I have a great day. I have a great week. And then I divert and I completely change what I did to have that great day or that great week. And that's the last thing that you want to do. When you have a great day, take note of everything that you did during that great day and keep repeating it. Repeat those successful actions. Stiffen your discipline, right? Don't change the basis of operation. Keep doing what you're doing. That's how you're going to continue to see your stats go up. That's how you're going to continue to repeat those successful days, those successful weeks, or those successful months. It's by really becoming aware of what you were doing on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis, writing it down, journaling it, taking note of it, and then simply duplicating it. Duplication, right? Being able to duplicate. So that's step number 3 is produce some more. And then step number 4, now this is big. This is big, especially when you start making money. Don't change your living expenses. So this is big. This is very big, very big. I see a lot of individuals that they start to create income, they start to create revenue within their first couple of years in the insurance industry, and then they start to change their basic living expenses. You need to stay frugal. You need to stay as frugal as possible. You need to store all of your money. You need to store all of your income and hold on to that money. Like I was saying earlier, hey, many people, they know how to create income. They know how to create revenue, but a lot of people lack the ability to actually hold on to that income and hold on to that revenue. They don't have the discipline. They're very willy-nilly. They go and spend it. They put it back into the marketplace. The last thing that you want to do with your money, the income and the revenue that you generate, is to spend all your hard-earned time and effort and commitment and energy towards creating that income and creating that revenue, and then just push it right back into the marketplace on whether it's depreciating items or assets. You want to hold on to that money. You want to put it back into a storage account. You want to store onto that money and have that first goal of like, hey, how to bank my first $100,000. That's what it was for me. You know, I remember this four or 5 years ago, back in 2018. I stored my first, beginning of 2018, I stored my first $100,000. $100,000. That was my first goal. That was my first revenue target. That's what I recommend all of our partners at LC Financial Group to do, as well as you guys that are watching this, is to store $100,000. So make sure that you are maintaining that discipline and you are keeping that discipline. Because as I said, it's very easy to just spend the money. So number 4, don't change the living expenses. Keep being frugal. Stay with the basic living expenses that you've determined on step number 2. Keep it the same. Some things might change. Don't get me wrong. Some things might change. Hey, you might get a new car and it raises your self-esteem, makes you more confident, makes you more certain. Hey, I recommend doing that. But it's like those things that are not going to make you money, those things that are not going to produce you income, do not spend money on that. Don't change your basic living needs and your basic living expenses. And then step number 5, as you are doing this, what you want to do, as I said, you want to store all income. So as you're producing, number 1, produce. The P word, promotion, getting customers, getting out into the marketplace, getting in front of people, talking to individuals, producing. You want to determine your basic living expenses. You want to produce some more. You want to produce like your life depends on it to create income and to create revenue. Because what really happens is you start to make income and you get these leaps, you get these incremental steps and surges. You go from $1,000 a week to $2,000 a week. And then you're like, wow, like I never knew I could make that much. Then you reset and raise your target and your goal from $2,000 to $3,000 a week. And then you keep reaching towards higher levels of your potential and higher levels of your capability. Right? And that's the most important thing that you want to do is like when you hit a goal, when you hit a target, you want to reset that goal and target. You want to raise that goal and target. You want to get to that next level. You want to continue to strive to get to that next level. As I said earlier, you're either growing or you're dying. Your business is either growing or dying. Your income is either growing or dying, right? So step number 5 is you want to store all your income. I'm telling you, store all your income, all of your income. Whatever you have to do to continue to produce and continue to live, everything after that, you need to store all of the income. So what happened for me was I was buying leads, I was running appointments, door knocking in the field, and I got to a point where I had excess revenue and excess income. So I was able to store that income. And then step number 6, what you want to do is you want to invest it all in the business. Right? So I was storing all my income. I kept it at, 30 leads per week, 40 leads per week. I was doing that for a couple weeks. I was storing all the income that I was making. I was producing like a madman. I was out there living like I was on my last breath of air. Like success was my duty, right? And an ethical obligation. I was producing new customer after new customer after new customer. I was keeping my living expenses exactly where they were, right? I was being as frugal as possible. I wasn't, aimlessly spending money. I was storing all my income, and then number 6, I invested all of my income back into the business, right? Because hey, the best investments you can make, as we all know, number 1, in yourself, number 2, back into the business, and number 3, into an investment vehicle, real estate, crypto, whatever it might be that you want to invest in. So number 5 is you want to store all of your income, store all that income, build the discipline, build that ability to hold yourself accountable to be like, hey, I gotta say no to this, say no to that, say no to this. Because it gets very easy as you continue to create more income, it gets very easy to change the way that you're living, to change your living expenses, right? And that's why I said, don't change your living expenses. Step number 4, don't change your living expenses. Keep being frugal as possible. Store all of your income and then invest it back into the business. Because when you're producing, hey, you're working 40 leads a week like me, you get to a point where you have a lot of excess income and a lot of excess revenue that's coming in. Now you can pour it back into the business. Now you can increase your lead flow. You can start using multiple different lead types, direct mail, Facebook, telemarketing, live transfers, right? instead of just, depending on one flow of leads. You start diversifying your leads, right? So you get all this excess revenue and all this excess income, and then you could, boom, invest it back into the business. And then number 7 here. And then number 7, what you want to do is you want to expand your operations. You want to continue to invest back into the business, continue to invest back into whatever you're growing, whether it's your personal production, whether it's your business, you're growing an agency, right? You want to expand your operations. You want to expand what you are doing to create income and to create revenue. So what might this mean is that, like, hey, like I said, you go from 40 leads a week to 60 leads a week. You go to 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120 leads per week. And now you have so much income and so much revenue that is coming in that what you can do, you can continue. Number 8, you continue to store all income. And you're really just focused on storing the excess amount of revenue. You're storing the excess amount of revenue that you have. You have enough revenue to continue to push back into the business. Now you actually have even more excess revenue and more excess income because you've expanded your operations, because you expanded your lead flow, because you've expanded what you're doing to create income and create revenue. Now you're able to continue to store all income, and your business is still running the same way that it is. So you're able to get 100 leads per week. You're able to fund those 100 leads per week. For me, hey, I was running direct mail, all direct mail, $3,500, $4,000 to $4,000 a week, putting it towards the business. And by doing that, by expanding my operations, then I had excess revenue and excess income that I could store in a storage account. Now I was moving towards storing $100,000 and banking my first $100,000, right? And then step number 9. Step number 9 is, hey, you want to invest that storage. Whether it's back into the business, whether it's back into you, whether it's into an investment asset or a vehicle. For me, hey, right when I had that $100,000, I'm like, man, I need to get rid of this. I don't want to hold on to this money. Money gets bored. Money's like a jealous lover. It wants to be used. So what I did was I just got rid of it because I knew if I had it sitting around in my bank account, sooner or later, I'm going to spend that money and I'm going to put it back into the marketplace, whether it's a new car, a new place to live, right? I was staying frugal. I was focused on, I think it was step number 4, step number 5, not changing your living expenses. So what I did was I just got rid of that $100,000. I put it into Cardone Capital, and now my money was working for me, right? Creating 4, 5, 6% on my money every single year instead of just sitting in a bank, dying and depreciating. Now my money is appreciating. It's gaining more value instead of depreciating. So I put it into an investment vehicle or an investment asset. So the step number 9, invest your storage. It doesn't necessarily have to mean investing in the real estate or crypto. It could mean, hey, just continue investing back into your business. Maybe you want to start growing your organization. You want to start growing your agency. Hey, you can start investing in recruiting ads, doing direct mail recruiting, doing Facebook ad recruiting, doing Indeed recruiting, doing Craigslist, putting ads in the newspaper, right? Putting ads on TV, whatever it might be. You're going to invest your storage so you can continue to grow, so you can continue to increase your income and increase your revenue. Now, this step number 9, investing your storage, a lot of people like to skip over all those other steps and simply they try to invest sooner than they possibly should and could be investing, right? You have $5,000, $10,000, you're like, oh yes, I want to go invest this money. I want to invest in crypto. I want to invest in real estate. I want to do this. I want to do that. No, the last thing that you want to do is invest that little baby money. And you want to get to a point where you've stored 100, maybe even $250,000. You've stored it in your bank account. You've maintained that discipline. You've economized and you had that ability, you built that ability in yourself to actually hold on to money, right? So investing your storage, and then step number 10 is a good old repeat. You want to repeat these successful actions. You want to repeat steps 1 through 9 and continue to create revenue, continue to create income, and continue to create the financial freedom that you deserve, the success you deserve, and the wealth that you deserve. So this is very important, very, very, very important. You want to duplicate what you've done that has helped you get to where you are. You want to duplicate those successful actions. You want to repeat these successful actions. You don't want to invest the storage and be like, oh, I'm good. You know, you invest $1 million in real estate, I'm good, I can live the rest of my life. Hey, sure you could. However, what's your main purpose? What type of impact are you looking to make? Right, as I said earlier, I'm trying to help you think bigger and gain more insight on financial freedom and financial literacy. And you gotta be asking yourself some questions here. Some questions that you should be asking yourself is like, hey, what are your thoughts about money, right? And this goes back to your money mindset. You gotta think about the way you think about money, because the way you think about money is the way that money is gonna come in. Do you think money is good? Do you think it's bad? Right? You gotta change your money mindset. And then also, hey, like, how much is a lot of money? What amount of money do you need to become financially free? Ask yourself these good questions. What amount of money do you need to actually make an impact on the universe and make an impact on the world? Right? What do you need to remove to get your money and finances right or better? All right? You need to be asking yourself these quality questions, because hey, you could do steps 1 through 9, but if you don't continue to repeat, you're not going to create true financial freedom and true success. So guys, 10 steps to create wealth in the insurance industry, 10-step wealth creation formula. Step number one is you want to produce. Promotion, getting into the marketplace, making calls, running appointments, getting in front of clients, talking to customers. Produce. You want to, number 2, determine your basic living expenses. You want to know how much income and how much revenue you need on a monthly basis to cover your basic living expenses. And then number 3, you want to just continue to produce. You want to stay locked in, you want to stay focused and continue to produce. Number 4, don't change your living expenses. Once you've determined your living expenses and you start producing even more, you're going to start creating more income, you're going to start creating more revenue. You're probably going to create more income and more revenue than you've ever created before in your lifetime. And then you're going to be like, oh, I want to get this, I want to get that, new car, new place, new clothes, new shoes. I want to do all this stuff, right? But what you need to do is you need to stay frugal. You need to stay 100% frugal, and you don't want to change your living expenses. Step number 5, you want to store all your income. And this is very vital, because as I've been saying throughout this training, is that many people don't have the discipline to actually hold on to their income. Step number 6, you want to invest all your income back into the business, pour it back into the business, pour it back into yourself as well. Personal development is vital. And then step number 7 here, you want to expand your operations. You want to increase your lead flow. You want to increase, hey, maybe getting an appointment setter, maybe getting someone that, you know, customer service representative that takes care of all your customer service calls, and hiring someone in your operations, right? So expanding your operations. Step number 8, continue to store all your income. Step number 9, invest the storage. Step number 10, repeat. Duplicate and repeat the successful actions. Hope this found you well. Ryan Loede, The Machine. Hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day. I'm going to continue to bring you guys great information, great data, and great strategies and tips that I've done personally in my life, that I've executed on, I've seen other individuals execute on, as well as our partners here at LC Financial Group execute on, so you can continue to become better. And most importantly, our main purpose is to become the best version of ourselves. So hope you are continuing to become the best version of yourself. I'm going to hold you accountable. DM me if you like this. Leave me a comment below if you like this, if you found some value. Leave me a comment below if you didn't even like it, if you thought this was a waste of time, if you thought this was all rubbish, if you thought this was all just jibber jabber. Leave me a comment below so I can become better, so I can bring more value to you guys, because I'm going to continue to come to you guys every single day, just like I usually do. So 10-step wealth creation formula. Hey, if you want to learn more about what partnering with us here at LC Financial Group would look like, DM me, comment below, reach out to any of our partners, or hey, send an email to careers@teamlcfg.com. That's careers@teamlcfg.com. We're hiring, we're growing, we're expanding in all 50 states, and we want to help individuals achieve their personal, professional, and financial goals and targets by over-delivering to the insurance marketplace. We are accountable, we're ethical, and we are coachable. So if you want to get in a community of like-minded individuals who hold themselves as well as others accountable to high standards of living, come join us here at LC Financial Group. We're not only going to teach you how to service and assist and sell insurance, we're also going to teach you how to get your money right, how to create financial freedom, how to create passive income that exceeds your earned income, how to go from trading time for money to now trading money for time, how to build a business that revolves around your life and not building a business that your life has to revolve around, how to build a business that you can detach yourself from and it's still creating revenue, it's still creating income, and it's still operating.